with the teams at 4.
A local couple who has spent more than a year trying to help feed the homeless has been ordered to stop. The reason? They don't have a permit. Eyewitness News reporter Tom Abrams spoke with the couple and city officials, and he joins us now live. Tom?
Well, the city says they're not trying to be the bad guy in this case. They understand the good that this couple is trying to do, but they're also trying to protect the homeless, the same people that couple has been trying to help. Houston has close to 10,000 homeless people. 1 in 5 lives on the streets. Many of them are hungry. And that is why Amanda and Bobby Herring and their friends spent every night for 15 months offering free meals.
We come out here and provide a hot meal every single night, and a lot of love to go with it.
It's just so much about the relationship. I mean, we love them, they love us, these are our friends, they've been home with us.
They say they fed 50 to 100 people every night of the week. First at this empty loading dock, and then under this bridge. But 2 weeks ago, they were told to stop.
We were told that we had to have health permits to continue serving.
That's right. The city told them they needed permits, and that the food had to be cooked in a certified kitchen.
Well, we just have one set of rules for public feeding, and whether you have money or you don't have money, you need to comply with the same set of rules.
The idea being that food not cooked in a certified kitchen could make people sick. All the worse for someone who is homeless.
Low-income people and people who are homeless are the most susceptible to foodborne illness and the least capable of dealing with that illness.
The Herrings aren't sure what to do. Their meals are cooked in people's homes.
So we're not trying to break any laws. We want to comply with the city. We want to work with the city because we believe this is in addition to the city of Houston.
So until they work something out, they'll be coming downtown empty-handed. Now, the couple is in talks with the city about the best way to go about continuing to serve the homeless people who live downtown on the streets and frequent shelters here, especially during these cold months. We do know that there is talk the city could be discussing a new ordinance that might make it easier for people like that couple that want to help the homeless to actually do so without a lot of red tape. We'll talk about that part of the story tonight at 6. Reporting live from downtown, Tom Abrams, 13.
My name is David. I'm a homeless. I live in the street. I lose my job, but I find out with my friend, the sister Amanda and his husband Bobby, with his helpers. They come over here and feed us. They just bought us food, dinner, Bibles for so we can start the Word of God. They bring us a blessing, from them from God, and for the people they be helping them to bring us food, and we appreciate for all the helping that you bring it to us, and God bless you.
Amen. Has been ordered by police to stop helping the homeless people in their neighborhood. In part, they were told they don't have the proper city permits to serve food in public. It is a debate that now has the mayor and the city health department getting involved. Eyewitness News reporter Tom Abrams is live from downtown Houston to explain this. Tom.
Well, the couple started this more than 15 months ago. They said they just wanted to help people who needed a hand and who needed food and someone to care for them. But now it has turned into sort of a political football, with different agencies saying that this couple can't do what they've been doing. For most, this is a homeless person. So is this. And this. But for Bobby and Amanda Herring, they are friends who need help.
There are hungry people down here.
We're feeding people. We don't get any government grants. There's no city money funded to us. We're not looking to gain any money. We're not paid a salary for doing this. This is strictly a labor of love.
After 15 months of feeding the homeless nightly, though, from food cooked in their kitchen and that of other volunteers, the city told them to stop. That without a certified kitchen and a permit, they are not allowed to feed people in public.
Many organizations do serve the homeless, and they do so in compliance of the city ordinance, and that's what we need this organization to do also.
But there is the possibility that could be changing. The health department would like to lessen the red tape for people like the Herrings, or who are well-intended.
Our city ordinances are designed much more for a little more commercial operation or a fixed facility. We would like to pursue an ordinance which would work with just this type of situation.
We talked with other city leaders who agree there could be better organization among disparate groups feeding and ministering to the homeless. And while there is some support for a new ordinance, nothing is on the books yet.
At this point, we're not moving forward with a particular ordinance. We haven't been asked to because what we have now is working very well.
The Herrings say they want to comply with the city, but they wouldn't necessarily agree that what exists works well enough.
Instead of eating out of trash cans, they're eating home-cooked meals that are hot and warm, that you and I and everybody else would enjoy. Good stuff. It's real good stuff.
Now, the mayor suggested anybody like the Herrings who wants to help homeless people, particularly downtown, should contact the Coalition for the Homeless. They're set up to deal with these kinds of situations. As for the Coalition for the Homeless, they begin their count of the homeless population in Houston beginning next week. For 2010, there were almost 10,000 people living without a home. Reporting live in downtown, Tom Abrams, 13.
Yes, this is Victor, my friend. Isn't he cute?
How did y'all meet?
He's got a job. Met down here.
Yeah, you got a job?
Yeah, a la SAI, estoy en la SAI.
Really?
Maybe 1 year a la SAI.
Yeah.
1 year.
But I drive, my car. Pero the lady helping.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the lady helping because that's for me.
Well, back for more than a year now, homeless people in Houston knew where they could get a hot meal and a little compassion at the same time. Well, now the government says that compassion needs a permit if it involves cooking food. Our Julie Banderas has a story from our New York newsroom. Julie, good day to you.
Hi there, Kelly. Do not feed the homeless. It sounds silly, but it actually is a law in Houston, Texas. And one Christian couple is actually being accused of breaking. Bobby and Amanda Herring have spent over a year cooking and serving food daily to homeless people in downtown Houston. But city officials put a stop to their generosity, citing the couple didn't have the proper permit to continue their Feed a Friend efforts. And the couple says they most likely won't be getting one. To get that permit, the food must be prepared in a certified kitchen with a certified food manager. In a statement, a spokeswoman for the Health and Human Services Department says the following, and I'll read it for you. It is our understanding that they are preparing food in individual homes rather than in a licensed kitchen, which has features that reduce the possibility of food-borne illness. The poor are the most susceptible to food-borne illness and are most challenged in recovery due to reduced access to health care. Meantime, the Herrings, with the help of about 25 friends, say acquiring one licensed kitchen to prepare the food is simply unrealistic. And of the approximate 100 homeless they feed a night, no one has ever become sick. The Herrings argue some food has to be better than no food at all.
When they're hungry at night, if there's nobody to feed them, a lot of them will go in the dumpsters. They'll get food off of the ground, and that can't be. Surely, us getting the meals couldn't be worse than that.
A license to feed the homeless costs a minimum of $250 for pre-packed food and more for cooked food. The health department is encouraging the Herrings to join with one of the nearly 200 groups already feeding homeless in Houston, and is currently looking at an ordinance to eliminate registration fees for public feeding, which is unlikely to pass anytime soon. Kelly?
Wow, Julie, it makes you wonder where they go now for food, those who are in need of that, accustomed to getting it there. Julie Banderas, thank you.
Okay, this is our 1 year anniversary celebration, feeding the homeless every single night, and we had a party down here tonight. We had barbecue sandwiches and beans and potato salad and cake, and we had a great crowd. This has just been a miracle that God has ordained and orchestrated, and we had so many volunteers down here tonight that just came to be a part of it, to help serve and just to come love on everybody. We had backpacks and we had blankets for almost everybody, jeans and shoes, and we've got more to come that we couldn't even bring because we didn't have enough room. And we just are so blessed to be a part of this. always think that this is where Jesus would be hanging out. If he was down here on earth in physical form, he would be down here with these people trying to minister to them, trying to feed them, and trying to love on them and treat them with dignity. That's what I do. I come to love on them and treat them with dignity. It's more than feeding them food. It's giving them love. So that's what I love the most about this.
Don't tell anybody, God, about you the way that you made it, God, that he wouldn't have sickness, God, to deal with, Lord. Homeless and things, God. And I pray right now that you would just begin to
Hey, my name's Shane. It's my dad, Steve. We're really blessed for this opportunity to have a chance to come down here every week and prepare this meal for the Lord. It's really what we're all doing down here. So it really is a joy that we're able to share in this privilege. It's a blessing, an eternal one. We really enjoy it, and it's a great ministry, and it's a great time for these people to really feel the love of God. So we really appreciate it.
A couple in Houston thought they were doing a good deed by feeding the homeless, but helping others apparently didn't pass muster with the local government there. The city of Houston shut down their operation because they lacked a permit. Julie Banderas is on this story from our New York newsroom. Julie, break it down.
I know, Julie. All right, listen closely. Do not feed the homeless. It sounds like a quirky slogan, right? But in Houston, Texas, it is actually the law. Unless, though, you pay for permission. And a permit will cost you a minimum of $250 for prepackaged food and more for cooked food. Christian rapper Bobby Herring and his wife Amanda have spent over a year cooking and serving food nightly to homeless people in downtown Houston. But city officials, they put a stop to their generosity, saying the couple didn't have a permit to continue their Feed a Friend Christian program. And the couple says they most likely won't be getting one. That's because to get that permit, they would need to prepare the food in a certified kitchen with a certified food manager, an unrealistic requirement for the Herrings and their team of 25 volunteers who cook the food in their own homes. And now they worry the approximate 100 homeless they feed a night will turn to unsanitary ways to find food.
When they're hungry at night, if there's nobody to feed them, you know, a lot of them will go in the dumpsters. They'll get food off of the ground. And, I mean, that can't be... surely us getting the meals couldn't be worse than that.
In a statement, a spokeswoman for the Health and Human Services Department says the following: it is our understanding that they are preparing food in individual homes rather than in a licensed kitchen, which has features that reduce the possibility of foodborne illness. The poor are the most susceptible to foodborne illness and most challenged in recovery due to reduced access to health care. Meantime, the couple claims no one has ever gotten sick, and the health department is looking into an ordinance to eliminate these registration fees for public feeding. So in the meantime, the Herrings are being encouraged to join forces with one of the nearly 200 groups already feeding homeless right now in Houston. Juliette?
It sounds like one of these bureaucratic red tape type
Absolutely.
deals. Hopefully maybe they can change
They
the
got
rules
away
a little
with
bit.
it, though, for 15 months. So it's interesting how much time went by before the city said, no, you're breaking the law.
Well, you can guarantee that we will continue following the story.
What's up? Hey, thank you so much for everything you do out here. Let me think. Like you said, you know that there's people out here that if you needed something, all you have to do is ask. I'm one of them. When I get my phone, I'll give you my number. And until then, keep it going. Seriously, keep it going.
I love you, Amanda. You're the best woman out here. You're like family to these streets. Keep it real, girl.
Part of the process, but they love the relationships that are being established. They love that the people smile at them when they serve food, that people ask them how they're doing. Amanda kisses them all on the cheek, and I tell her, come on, baby. And you know, there's just a lot of love in the place whenever people serve here, and it's not people that are being sent by any particular organization.
Want to be here.
It's people that want to be here. They go out of their way, and so we thank God for that. And I'm just glad to have a wife that loves the Lord enough to do that. So, what would you want to add to that?
That was good. Like, I don't think anything. He's a pro, I'm not. So that was it. Like, I'm just so blessed. Like, just to even play a little bitty role in something that this big, that God is just all over, is huge to me, and it's very humbling. It's a blessing to be a part of it. I'm grateful.
And our reward is not here. Even though the Chronicle came today,
yeah, that was cool.
The man standing behind you. Even though they came today, this is probably the first piece of publicity that this ministry has ever had.
And didn't seek it. I mean, it just
happened. But hopefully through something like that, we definitely don't want to take the glory for that. Hopefully they'll see that Christians are really doing the work of the church. We're not just sitting there being judgmental, too political, boring, traditional, all up in politics. We're out here on the street. We're out here serving. We're out here giving our money, giving our time, because we love Jesus and He compels us to do that. And so just know that if you see ministry like this, it's not rewarding monetarily, but one day we will get our reward in heaven, and we press on for those eternal riches.